Skål gutta!
Skål! Skål!
Hello and welcome to Tipsy Wednesday, a podcast presented to you by the Penthouse Bar. With me is me, Kurt, your host, and my co-host, Thomas,
Hello.
and my other co-host, Bjørn.
Hello.
Are you satisfied? Was this good enough?
Fair enough.
Fair enough, not just good enough.
Good enough.
How's
is good enough.
your weekend been, Thomas?
Work.
How's your weekend been, Bjørn? Since Thomas didn't have anything to bring to the table.
Chill and games, series, such. One of which will be the topics of this episode.
Do you want to elaborate?
Maybe, unless you wanna share what your week or weekend has been like, Mr. Junior Host.
I've been shoveling snow. I've been yeah, not of necessity, but it's kind of necessity. I've been
What?
I've been driving a snowmobile, and I had to shovel a car out and such.
Oh, because lots of snow and you needed the car, or
Yeah, I needed a
Okay.
car. That is why I used a
Yeah.
shovel. But the snowmobiles, Jesus Christ, they're not meant for going backwards.
no.
No, they got a reverse, and they can use a reverse, but with the loose snow we got now, they only dig themselves in the snow. You understand?
I understand, but I have no experience of this. I've never ridden one of those snowmobiles, snow scooters, snow thingies.
Yeah, it's not too difficult to imagine it, because when you're going forward, your skis are keeping you afloat, right?
Yes, because they're like angled so that they like curve
Yeah.
upwards. So
Yeah, if you're going backwards, you're just
They don't.
digging yourself down into the snow.
Mm.
And it's like, because we need to get them backwards into the barn, right? Because that's how we found them, right? You can just drive it in normally, but then it's a hell to get them out of the barn. So
It's
so
like when you park a car, it's like you could drive front in first, or you could reverse in. It's like,
yeah, just 10 times worse with snow and getting stuck and spinning and such, right? So it's whether would you struggle now or tomorrow when you're going to get it out?
yeah. It's like, when do you have the least amount of stress? When do you want to be
Mostly
bothered by this?
Yeah, so it's
Could you be
like-
hassled with it now, or are you in a rush? As
Yeah,
within a parking lot, do you rush your parking when you arrive, or do you like take your time when you arrive?
Yeah, but it was lovely weather here in Norway. It was very,
Yes,
very
yes.
nice.
A lot of
So,
snow, though. We
but
at where we live, we get lots of snow still to this day.
Yeah, but it wasn't snowing.
A bit on like Saturday night, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
No.
not too much.
Yeah, I was out today.
But these snowmobiles of yours, are you going to use it tomorrow?
Tomorrow? No. I see what you're saying, but
If it ain't
If
your
you're-
hassle, don't bother with it. That's all I'm saying.
even though you're loaning it from a friend.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's common courtesy to deliver it in the condition and the exact same spot where you lent it, where you borrowed it. Yeah. So
Perhaps.
it's like common courtesy, I think. It's like one of
Yeah.
those things where you like try to do as much as possible to make it easier for the next man.
Not in Thomas's world. He's
No.
just a douchebag.
Maybe.
I just want it simple for myself.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, we are not endorsing this behavior of Thomas. He's all alone on this.
Yeah.
It depends on what the matter is. It's situational.
It's situational, but getting around because we didn't do anything special this weekend. I watched a movie.
A
Super
movie.
special.
Well, super special. What movie did you watch? Was it noteworthy? Was it?
Devil Wears Prada.
Oh my god.
Huh? What's that?
It's an old movie comedy, romance comedy with Meryl Streep. Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's
Okay.
romance.
isn't it? It
No,
was just a bad comedy.
no, it's an okay movie.
No, it's not. I've seen it many moons ago.
Is it an
Uh,
old 90s movie?
No,
an
not that
80s
old.
movie?
It's
Okay.
2000 and something.
Yeah, it's about this woman who gets work in a fashion magazine as an editor. Not as an editor, but as an assistant of the head woman. And she's a bitch. She's a total bitch.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the main story. And she becomes good at it. She becomes fashionable, I guess.
Okay, well, is it a highly rated movie? On what's the IMDb rating?
It should be good.
I don't know. It's
Thomas
interesting for some
only
people.
likes his isekais where the main guy is very, very stupid and touches the little girls everywhere.
Not necessarily the little girls, but the girls in general.
The girls in general, or unless it's got guns, big guns with manly man.
Well,
It's
big
not
guns
a-
are a thing. Speaking of guns, not as of today, but as of the release of this this episode, John Wick Chapter 4 will have premiered on movies, at least here in Norway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't go watch it on the premiere day, but it's like that's
We To do.
on the to-do list. But I don't know for how long they will air it for. How long can I reckon? How much time do I have until they don't air it anymore? What would you guys say? Or,
It's very different between me and between me and the two of you. 'Cause down here we have a really huge cinema with a lot of screenings for a long period of time.
I would think a couple of weeks. Because
Couple
it's
of
a
weeks.
yeah, it's a famous movie, I would guess.
Yeah.
So,
well, the 3 first ones were hugely successful, so in a descending order, I would say. The first one was
so in the
super
newspapers,
successful.
this one got a 5 out of 6. It was called a masterpiece, even.
what?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
it
good.
was a
Sounds
masterpiece. Some said that this is art.
This
So,
is art.
Hopefully it's good, but when the newspapers says something, I kind of tend to disagree with a lot.
Yeah, it's like
'Cause they
with
tend to-
movie reviewers and single person
No,
opinions.
yeah, but the reviewers have given it quite good.
Yeah, I
Like-
know. But usually they give quite good reviews to movies that I don't like, and vice versa.
You kind of got to find your reviewer, right?
Yeah, but in the main newspapers, they probably go with if it's politically correct and everything, and then it just scores high, no matter what.
Mm.
So I just hope they watch the movie and judged it for the movie it is, and not because of some political stuff, which I don't think it has. If it follows the trails of the other movies.
Yeah, there's very little politically correct, or there's very little focus on that thing in the John Wick movies at all. It's not a topic in general. That's not the focus. It's action. It's guns.
John Wick movies are super good. They are.
Yeah.
But,
not just because of a lot of guns, but because of
big
good
guns.
choreography and big guns as well. But good choreography, good cinematography. It's so well executed. It's simple. The story isn't very complicated, but it's just well executed, and that's. You've come a long way if you film it great with good choreography. And kudos to the team of both Keanu Reeves, to say the least, and the team that films this, because the 3 first movies were brilliant. Favorite of them all was the first one for me. But I haven't seen the 4th one, as I said. Just 1, 2, and 3. So, but they're all good movies, in my opinion. If you like action movies. It's like, it's depending on whom you ask. It's if you ask someone else, they might hate it because it has no complicated story or advanced plot, because that's not the focus of this movie series.
What do you mean? A dog dies. More do you
A dog
need?
dies. He gets angry. He goes kill. I wouldn't even say that's spoiler alert for the first movie, because that's basically the plot of the first movie. He can I say it's not spoiler anymore. It happens the first few minutes of the movie. He loses his girlfriend, and the last present his girlfriend gave him was this little puppy, and someone kills his puppy, and he gets mad.
They do a bit more though, but.
Oh yeah, they do a bit more. They steal his car, which is like a prized possession of his.
It's a puppy. It's a puppy that.
It's a puppy. They kill the dog. They kill the dog, and that's
People tend to don't like that in movies.
Oh yeah,
they're like, I'm fine as long as the dog don't die.
There is a website which is called "Does the Dog Die?", which is a list of movies where you can see if there is a dog in the movie and if it dies in the movie. That's like...
Is Hachiko on that list? Does he die in the movie?
I have no idea what that movie is.
You don't know what it is? It's the movie based on the true events from Japan, with the dog that met his owner at the train station every day. And then the owner died, and the dog still kept showing up for the afternoon train every day.
Oh. I don't know if he's... I don't know if that classifies as does the dog die, but does the owner die?
Yes. But the dog did it every day until the dog died, and that's why you have the statue of the dog at this train station.
Okay.
So I believe the dog dies in the end.
Well, of course, the dog isn't immortal.
But does he die in the movie? That's the focus of this website. And in John Wick, the first one, the dog does die. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but that's the plot of the movie.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
That's how the cookie crumbles. So if that doesn't sound appealing to you, then don't watch the movie, I guess. But that's not the main focus of the movie.
Or skip the first 10 minutes, and you wouldn't actually have missed any plot.
Yeah, you know it happened.
No. It's really important character development.
Yes, I would say so. But some doesn't have the stomach to watch bad stuff. So
you need to feel John Wick's hate. You need to feel his passion.
I would say so as well. Yes.
I did not feel that for the dog, though.
No, but you're a cunt.
Still enjoyed the movie.
You're still a cunt.
I felt it for the car, though. It was a really nice car.
You're a really nice cunt.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Why am I a cunt again?
Because you didn't feel as bad for the dog as you did for the car.
Yes.
Because it's a fucking dog.
Yes, and a lot of people would flame you for that opinion.
And we are flaming him for that opinion.
Are we, or are
Yes.
you?
We.
Bjørn, you're in on it.
Okay, I
Junior
guess I'm
said
in
so.
on it. Very strong opinions here. I'm just thrown to one side. It's like no questions asked. You're on this team now.
Yeah. If I knew
Oh, well.
that was how this worked, I would have pulled you over on my side before Junior took you.
Okay. Well,
It's
too
too
bad.
late.
Too little, too late. Yeah.
Well. Should we hop on from the topic of movies to the topic of games, which just released? Because yes, a game just released this weekend that I have been playing. Not as much as I would like, but I have played for, let me see how many hours I have played. 4 hours of Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Did the game release today?
No. I played it on launch day. And I
Friday?
played it- Yes, and I played it like my intention was that I was gonna just try it in the evening, but it was getting late, so I knew it was getting late, so I would play for an hour and then I would put it aside, get up early in the morning and play it then. I played it 4 hours instead of 1, and I got dead tired and I slept in on Saturday because I just couldn't stop playing it. It was just a mix of nostalgia and new combat mechanics, but it felt similar as well, and it was such a breath of fresh air.
Don't say fresh air.
Yes,
It's a remake.
It was.
It was a fresh
still
breath
felt
of
new.
nostalgia.
It still felt new. It felt like as if they were. It felt like with Resident Evil 2. It was a great remake. It has been thus far. I've only played 4 hours of it, and it's like
Why only 4? What the hell have you been
Yeah,
doing
why?
all day? Today.
What have you been
And,
today?
And yesterday.
busy sleeping and watching series and movies, yada. But
I can
so
support
not playing Resident Evil.
You're
well,
disappointed.
priorities. I just try to do a little bit of everything, but that's the dilemma. But the 4 hours I have played of Resident Evil 4, it's been brilliant thus far, and if it keeps going on like this, it's gonna be one hell of a game. Even, do I dare say, even greater than Resident Evil 2 Remake. But mind you,
Yeah.
I don't have that nostalgic value for Resident Evil 2 Remake because I didn't play the original Resident Evil 2. I played Resident Evil 4 when that was new, back in 2005 or something. I think that adds to the experience.
I've seen the reviews, and I know it's kind of long, this game.
Oh,
So
okay.
strap in.
Because I know for a fact I could blitz through the original in about 10 hours.
Yeah, this
on
is
professional
twice.
fresh start difficulty. Yeah.
Twice delayed.
Okay.
So they added twice as much story.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, but they apparently did.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's just because it's my first playthrough, but if I would compare my 10, 11, 12 hour run on the original, because Resident Evil 4 is basically 3 distinct parts. It's the village part, it's the castle part, and it's the island part. And each of those are equally long. So if by that math, I would spend 4 hours on the village, 4 hours on castle, and 4 hours on island, that would be like 12 hours of playtime. But I don't feel like in Resident Evil 4, I'm nearly done with the village part. I'm not even close. It's, despite being 4 hours in, I haven't even encountered the first boss fight.
Oh shit!
Is it a spoiler to say it's the lake boss? That's the first boss of Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Don't know if the lake boss is in there.
Ooh,
I know
what?
they have taken some liberties. Don't.
Okay, because well, I did spy that salamander with my binoculars,
Okay, maybe.
So I know it's there.
Yeah, maybe. I know they have done some snipping, some cutting.
Okay.
They've cut content and somehow at the same time added twice
More.
as
Yeah.
twice as much as
The first thing that caught me off guard was just they changed they have the same layout of the areas, but they have changed the map routing. You're not going the paths you did in the original. They have changed it just a bit, but they have
one
slightly different pathing in the different areas.
One question. Did you find the early TMP?
The early TMP? No, I bought it.
Ha ha ha!
Oh, I already missed.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can find. Okay, well.
Yeah, and you
that's
skipped
what
it
you
now.
get for. Probably, yeah, because I bought it when it was available in the with the merchant.
With the merchant. You need to go down a well during the village fight.
During the village fight?
Yes.
Okay. Because that one caught me off guard as well, because it... I died twice, like almost immediately, because I went in with the mentality of like, mind you, I play this on hardcore difficulty, because it said normal difficulty for people who didn't play the original Resident Evil 4. And then it was hardcore difficulty for veterans that played the original. I was like, duh, I'm a veteran, I played the original. Select hardcore and get ass whooped. So it's like, okay, game phase on, do like proper, being careful in that village fight. And it was just like over before I knew it. So I didn't feel like it lasted for as long as I would have liked, but it was sure as difficult as hell.
I'm seeing mods that mod away the timer for the village fight, so you can keep it infinite. Yeah, you can keep it infinite.
Oh, okay, no thanks, I would guess, because it was the way you get swarmed. You can't stand. It's like the with a Doom game, you can't stand still because they will swarm you. You like spend too long in one location gunning down enemies coming from one path, they will have surrounded you from different paths. It's and that's refreshing. You can't hold a fort, basically. You have to keep moving. And it feels fresh because you have to move a bit, shoot a bit, and keep moving to like keep them on your tail. Yeah, and it feels like fresh and agile combat.
I myself haven't had time to play this game.
Okay. You have good things waiting for you.
So I will play it tomorrow. Because tomorrow I got time.
Tomorrow, as of the date of recording, that would be on Monday. Okay.
Monday.
Yeah. Monday.
Yeah.
You will be moaning out of how good this game is. You'll be like, oh. No, probably not. Yeah, but I have been pleasantly surprised. It's not just a remake, it's a remaster. No, it's not. What's the difference between remaster and remake? This is a remake.
Is built from the ground up again,
yes.
And a remaster is you take the old one and you enhance it with HD graphics and stuff.
Yeah, okay. This is very much a remake, and they have not just remade it in just like pathing and the one-to-one remake. They have changed things for the better thus far, in my opinion. It feels like the pathing is like you enter an area, it's like, okay, I used to go this path, but now this path is blocked and you have to go a slightly different route. It's like, okay. And it's for the better, I would say. So I've had fun with it thus far, and I was planning to play it after this recording, so just for a bit.
Better not sleep in for work tomorrow then. Oversleep.
Yeah. As of today, or like this weekend, we adjusted the clock 1 hour forward, didn't we?
Yes.
That's why I was so fucking tired this morning when my alarm clock went off.
Yes, because during the night it like skipped 1 hour forward, like jumped ahead.
Yeah.
Fuck
it's
you!
Yeah, it's like 1 hour sleep, 1 hour of sleep less for you.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Staying on the topic of games, what's going on, Bjørn?
No, I just heard a sound. It's
Oh.
like, I think it's my heater. It's like making a weird sound.
Your
some
house is
reason.
catching on fire behind your green screen.
It's fine.
You'll notice soon enough.
Yeah,
no. My daughter were having a friend over, and they were going to play the Nintendo Wii, which she
Okay,
has in her bedroom. And she needed some new batteries for the controllers, and we have 4 controllers, so that's fine. And I went to find or get the controllers and stuff, and I handed her one and batteries, and I found the other controller, the black one, the one everyone wants, because they are usually white, and they have 3 of the whites and 1 black one. And she was like, I don't want the black one, I want the white one, because in this house we're white. And I was like, what?
Okay. Okay.
We are Caucasians in this house, so we need to use the white controller, apparently.
Okay, that's
Not racist at all.
I don't know. Is it what is that even? Is it a statement or is it? I don't know.
I don't know, it's just the way it came out. It was I don't want the black one, I want the white one, because in this house we're white.
Cheers, white supremacist.
Ooh.
Usually everyone fights about who is using the black controller, so maybe it was just to avoid the discussion. If both
Because
had
that's
white,
the odd one out. People
Yeah.
would want that one usually.
Yep.
This time, okay.
So, yeah.
Don't believe it. White supremacist.
At the very least, a bit racist.
You would say a racist in the making.
I hope not. But yeah,
Well.
now we can move on.
Shall we? Don't we have any other
Comments?
comments?
Racism?
Racism!
No, we try not to. We try not to
racist?
be racist. What can I say?
I bought this pack of gum called Extra, and it's extra white. So yeah.
That's racist.
when you feel a little black, take extra
Ma-
white.
Mind you, for you listeners that don't know, Extra is a brand of gum here in Norway, and they have a Extra is the brand, and they have a type called White. It's Extra White. That sounds super racist, but it's just the brand name. It's just called Extra. And they have the strawberry flavor, they have the eucalyptus flavor, they have lots of different flavors,
Mint,
and then you
melon,
have just
and whatever.
mint, and then you have the like not vanilla flavor, but you have the like the original, just extra white. That would be the original gum flavor, I guess.
What are you talking?
Gum flavor. No, it's. What does it taste? Is it like slight mint taste?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
some sort of minty.
Yeah. That's why they call it.
But it's not the
white.
one called mint, right? So it's not mint, but it's
Kind of.
thereabouts. Kind of mint.
Why are we going on about this?
Try the new
It's,
Extra with the taste of kind of mint. Yeah.
Anyways, Junior, do you have more relevant international news for us?
Shall we talk about the war?
Which
We
one?
can, sure. Oh yeah,
No,
which
no.
one?
The only one that matters.
Oh wow.
The big one. The big one.
Ukraine.
Hmm.
Have you heard anything about it lately?
Haven't looked into it recently, and it's not being the news aren't being pushed into your face anymore. So no.
Well, but kinda is.
It kinda is because.
But yeah, so they got the planes now. They received
Who
a
got
batch. Ukraine received a batch of MiG 29s or something.
Okay.
From
okay.
Poland.
Not from Poland.
Oh.
From one of the other countries in NATO.
I know that
around that.
Poland is sending them a lot of shit.
Yeah, many people are sending them, but they have just received the first batch of planes from Lithuania or something. I believe maybe it was.
Mm. Well, no.
I also
you
know
f-
Russia is having a lot of submarines outside the Norwegian coast.
Lovely,
Okay.
lovely.
Yeah.
It's
Norway and NATO is keeping a close
is
eye
it,
to the situation.
when you mention submarines outside the Norwegian coast, I just remember this Norwegian what's it called? This Norwegian skit. This Norwegian comedy piece, short by this Norwegian comedian who acts like this Russian submarine commander, and a Norwegian interviewer, comes along and says, "What does a Russian submarine do in the Norwegian waters?" And he goes in this quirky Norwegian Russian saying that we can't see this border underwater, so naturally we are just fishing. And this reporter goes like, "You are fishing from a submarine underwater," and he goes like, "Yes, we are fishing the Norwegian fish underwater from our underwater submarine." It's like it's a Norwegian classic. It's really silly. We can't see this border underwater.
Yeah. He tries to explain away why he's there with all kinds of stupid shit. He invites the interviewer to come aboard the ship to listen to some Russian folk
Balalaika
music,
orchestra.
orchestra and stuff. So yeah.
It's like tries to like dodge the question.
Speaking of submarines, have you seen the documentary Down Below, I believe? In the Deep on Netflix?
No.
It's about the Danish guy who murdered the girl.
This wealthy Danish who murdered the TV reporter or something. Journalist, was it?
Yes, the Swedish journalist. He wasn't wealthy at all.
He wasn't? Oh,
I know of the case because it was in the news, but I haven't seen the documentary of it.
I just saw it, and it's really not fascinating, but because he was such a scumbag. He was a psychopath, right?
Well, to say that people suspect, the police suspect, he killed this reporter because she was asking too many questions, and he dumped her on sea. That's what. That's what they think he did, and that's what he's charged for, isn't it?
Ukraine.
Ah, yes, we're going off topic here. Russian submarines, not Swedish submarines.
What is there to say about Ukraine? They are losing Russia are losing about 1,000 men each day, confirmed kill.
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
Yeah, because of Bakhmut.
The meat grinder.
Because of what?
Bakhmut.
The town.
Yes, the Russian meat grinder.
Mm.
Putin has said they will claim the city in March. This March. So they got
couple
a week.
Well, Putin said that they would claim Ukraine in about 3 to 4 days as well. Over a year ago. So take what he says with a truckload of salt.
Yeah, so next year they're still fighting over Bakhmut.
There's nothing to fight over.
Just
territory.
Yeah, of course.
Just land mass and rubble.
It's gotten silly at this point, I would say, but Russia is bleeding men, left, right, and center. Have anyone heard of the secret conscript they have now?
The Russians?
Yes.
No? What?
If it's secret, of course we haven't heard of it. Don't be
No,
silly,
it's not,
Junior.
it's not secret, but it's not official, right?
Ah.
There's a difference. So they are conscripting about 400k more people, right?
Mm-hmm.
400,000.
Yeah, that's a lot of men, right?
Yeah.
So they cannot keep it secret for long, but they are conscripting.
And they are conscripting men. They are re-rolling older tanks into service. Old equipment in general, but just mind, for people who knows tanks, the Russian T-54, it's a 50s era Cold War tank. It's ancient.
It's back in action.
It's 70 years old now.
Yeah, it's ancient. And they're re-rolling. They're really desperate. It just shows. What would the equivalent of that be for? It would be like showing up on a Formula One race with a Ford Fiesta. With a Ford Fiesta. It's so outmatched. It's ridiculous. Like, sure, the Ford Fiesta could go around the track, but it would be no competition to the race cars. It's so outmatched. It's ridiculous.
But it is
Gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah. I haven't seen a report of it showing up on the field yet, but I know they have been deployed. Not deployed, but they are being
They are
sent
en
away.
route, that we know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So I'm
talked
just
about-
wait.
Go on.
I'm just waiting for the first report of a T-54 has arrived in the battlefield and is loud and is proud.
What would you feel as a Russian soldier, a Russian young man, being put as a tank crew in a T-54?
No.
Look at this beauty.
There's no Russian young men on the battlefield. It's only old men.
Because the young Russian man is already dead.
Or escaped.
Or escaped. Yeah, it's a fucking shit show.
Yeah. So the old Russian men are really, I'm used to this. Good old.
Okay.
Good old Faithy.
Yeah, know how things were better back in the day, right? Don't discourage them, Bjørn.
Okay. But don't give them false hope as well.
I think the morale is kinda shit.
But what will they use these tanks for? Because it ain't for protection. It isn't armor they're going for. Is it just the firepower?
Transport? I don't actually know what.
But you transport 3 people in that tank? Surely there must be other ways to transport people across the battlefield.
I don't actually know what use it would have other than a tank, right?
But could you even use it? Would be useful, somewhat useful versus infantry, but modern infantry would have modern anti-tank weapons. And you wouldn't even need a modern anti-tank weapon. You could use an RPG-7, which is just a cheap-ass rocket. The most faithful cheap-ass rocket. Just fire. And versing a modern tank, that would be ineffective. But versing a T-54, that would plow through its armor and kill the crew in one hit. It's devastating. So it would be partially useful versus infantry if they don't have anti-tank weapons. And it would literally be useless against
other
modern tanks. To put it in this perspective, you could place a T-54 in front of a normal tank, point blank range, and fire anywhere on it, and it wouldn't penetrate its armor. It's that much of a difference. You wouldn't do jack shit to a modern tank with that old ass armor, with that old ass cannon.
Well, maybe it will be used as parading. I don't actually know.
Parading
Scouts.
in Ukraine by now.
Maybe you could use it to plow some potato fields, I guess.
Well, as I was about to say, you guys were talking about Command & Conquer before we started this recording.
Yes, we were.
And one of the Command & Conquer games are called Red Alert 2. Or 2. In English.
2, yeah. Red Alert
2 is Norwegian.
Yes.
2 is English. And you can play as the Russians there. And what do they say when you deploy the conscripts?
Conscript reporting.
Yep. And that's what you're saying in Russia now. Putin is just tapping the conscript button and pouring out.
He's just summoning conscripts.
Because they're cheap. That's why. Both in real life and in the game, so.
Nah, it's not cheap in real life, though.
Compared to the other stuff, it probably
compared to trained military personnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys know, but Russia is kind of a poor country of military, not military might, but
by
manpower.
now they are poor military might.
Yeah, but with manpower. The population has steadily declined the past 60 years.
Especially fast the last year.
Yeah.
So they don't actually have the men now, and even if they win, with a huge loss of men, they are fucked as a country.
Mm-hmm.
They used to be.
Does the savior have arrived? Because Steven Seagal is now opening a martial arts school in Russia, train soldiers and stuff.
Seriously?
So now they can flee from the battlefield in a weird running style.
Is this serious?
This is
serious.
Steven
Seagal? Oh.
Yeah, because he's a Russian citizen, and he even got the medal you get if you're a friend of Putin, because he hands you a
that didn't hold up well.
So yeah, Steven Seagal is opening a martial arts school over in Russia, as well as making a movie from the Russian point of view of the war.
I would actually love to see it.
It's Russian friendly, so yeah.
I would not pay to see it, but I would love to see it.
Out of curiosity.
But
you wouldn't go to extreme lengths. Wow.
So yeah.
It's a fucking shit show. What
you will
more
teach them how to sit on a chair and fight and everything.
Sit on that chair and fight. Yes, because he does that in the movie.
Not in one, in several. He just sits there and wait for them to attack, and he just wiggles his hands around, and he somehow wins.
That's Wei Ching for you, I guess. What's his?
Yeah, but he does Aikido.
Oh, okay. So it's even worse.
So yeah.
Well, what do we have anything funny to talk about?
Yes, we do. Cause I read in the newspaper today that some beer brewers in Germany have made beer powder, and they think this will be the new beer to really hit the market.
Beer powder.
Yeah, you know how to make chocolate drinks. 2 scoops.
With
two
like
scoops of powder.
2 teaspoons of chocolate powder, and you make a chocolate drink.
Yeah, and this will be so in the future you can go to the bar and you can ask for 2 spoons of beer, and then have the teaspoons of beer in your glass, and then just add water, and you just
swirl it around.
Swirl it around, yes, and voila, beer.
2 things in mind. First of all, how would that fucking taste? Would it taste like real beer? I don't know. Only time will tell. I'm fucking curious to taste it, and if I get the opportunity, I fucking will. Second of all, what a pure genius in logistics.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to brew and transport the fluid, the like 97% of water in a beer. You could only logistically you could transport only the dried powder form, and it would be so much cheaper to transport packets of powder than bottles or like cans of beer.
I'm imagining this being highly flammable.
Perhaps. But they would not save the environment, but it would help the environment.
Yes, it would help environment in terms of transport.
Yeah,
and
that's what they said.
In terms of money, yeah.
And water, because they wouldn't have to use 90% water in every beer bottle.
Yeah. You could like add
What?
the water local. You could add the water locally at the very end of after the powder has reached its destination.
Yeah, but you still have to use 90% water.
Yes, of course, but you don't have to.
A teaspoon of beer powder cost the same as a bottle of beer, do you think?
I imagine it would be cheaper because the logistics, the price of that beer wouldn't have to account for the cost of transport. The expensive.
And how do you get alcohol in it? Is alcohol in powder form, or will it just be non-alcoholic?
Wow.
Or do you have to actually buy spirits to add to the beer?
Like 2 drops of pure spirits to each teaspoon of...
Bjørn, you were in Denmark recently.
I was, yes.
What's the price of a beer there?
Fucking cheap.
What's the price of water there?
Fucking expensive compared to...
Yes, so I wouldn't imagine...
but tap water in your own house, you just buy the fucking packet of beer powder and you go home and you have your teaspoon of powder in your glass and you just use your tap water.
My argument here is that not everyone has drinkable tap water, right?
Ah, yes.
In the Nordic countries we do.
Yeah, it would be cheaper for us in Norway. Yes. But not in America, where you have to use chlorine in every tap. You get death if you drink tap water. Right?
Wow, you get death. You just get it. Get death. What did you get last night, Junior? I got death. To get death, wow. But I see what you mean. But still, you wouldn't have to... Like, for the transport, logistics, it would be cheaper. That part, at least, would be cheaper. Because you could add the water at the end.
Oh, look at me. I'm drinking beer powder with Voss water. So
you just buy the bottle of water and you have your beer powder and you just add it in the water, shake it, and bam, beer.
That's another detail. Would you shake it or would you stir it? Would you have to add what's it called? The fizzy
the CO2?
Yes. Would you have to add that as well?
I imagine
apparently it was just the powder and water.
Okay.
I didn't screenshot the entire article, but just screenshot the top of it. So
maybe it will taste like tame beer, right? Like,
yeah, I was thinking the same. Would it taste like a beer that was left on the table overnight and you got up in the morning and it's like, ooh, that's my beer from last night? Would it taste like that?
But do you drink a beer that has been on the table overnight?
No.
I've tried it.
Shit.
Poor man.
Yeah. Yeah, not recommended.
But the top of the article said, a German brewery makes beer powder. Now you can make chocolate milk to the children, some dried coffee to your partner, and you can stir out a teaspoon of beer to yourself. Or for yourself.
Yep.
A teaspoon of beer!
Did it come out like that?
I have no idea. Was that supposed to be a hillbilly?
Yeah.
Okay, why would hillbillies resort to powdered beer? Would
they probably
that be
make
an
it themselves.
Yeah, would powdered... What would you classify powdered beer as? Would that be some sort of upper class beer, or would it be some cheap ass option?
No, you would use your protein shaker. And while you're lifting, you're drinking beer. The American way.
The Arnold way, because he drank beer while he was lifting.
Seriously?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think I've heard that as well.
The German way.
Not while lifting, but like
to
the meals and whatnot.
The German way.
Austrian way.
Austrian.
He's Austrian.
Yeah, but it is German.
It's very similar cultures. It's
is German cuisine.
Yeah, because Germany had a president or dictator from Austria as well, back in the day.
So
yeah.
Back in the 30s, 40s.
Yep.
In the good old days.
No, not the good old days, but the old days.
And they probably didn't do powdered beer.
No, definitely not. I would see powdered beer as a
Party trick.
party trick.
No.
It's something you buy when you have a party, and you can have people try a fucking teaspoon of beer.
No, I would see it being very commonly used at parties, and when you're going on a trip, on a mountaineering trip, right?
Yes, you wouldn't have to carry a 6-pack of canned or bottled beer in your backpack. Yeah, like for weight savings.
Yeah, you're just carrying your powdered beer and boil some water or something from a lake, and boom, beer.
Yes.
Perhaps.
I want this. I want this in my life.
Brewed from a fresh mountain spring. From a fresh mountain spring water. Well, would you say you brewed the beer, or would you say you stirred the beer?
I mixed the beer.
You mixed the beer. You made a beer mix from
Shaken,
cold mountain
not
water.
Stirred.
Shaken. Maybe you would shake it. Maybe you would stir it. I don't know. I would probably.
James Bond doesn't stir shit. He always has it.
He would. If James Bond had a powdered beer, he would have it shaken, not stirred.
Yep. So when powdered beer becomes a thing at the bar, you can do the same as Bond.
I would have a powdered beer, shaken, not stirred.
It just sounds so fucking cheap when you say powdered beer. And the fact that you actually ask for it as well. I want powdered beer. Yeah, I kind of doubt it will really hit it off, or at least hit it off enough to replace regular beer. But who knows? Because as you said, you need the beer a bit fizzy, and you need alcohol in the beer. And I don't know how you get those things out of some powder.
Yeah, that still puzzles me.
But
even it just adds to the curiosity. If I got the opportunity, I would love to have a go at it.
Taste it. We could even taste it here live.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. If I could order a pack of powdered beer, I would. So, yeah, that would be cool to try.
Cool beans.
Cool beans. Well.
One day in the future, perhaps we'll have a powdered beer on Tipsy Wednesday. A new way to get tipsy. I wonder if they could make everything powdered, though. Powdered soda, powdered wine.
They do make powdered mixes, chocolate mixed drink is powdered. That has been for a long time, and powdered iced tea is a common thing. Powdered drinks in general. Powdered not soda, but yeah. So why not powdered beer?
Don't we have soda? Because
juice.
Juice even.
Yeah, but I think soda as well. Because when when we were young, there was this Christmas calendar on TV called Vaselina Bilopphøggers. Very Norwegian word.
Okay.
And 3 of the rich bad guys in that movie were called Bruspulverguttan.
Fizzy Pop Boys.
Yeah, basically, and they were drinking they were drinking powdered sodas,
Fizzy
I
Pop
believe.
soda. And they mixed.
And they were
with
always
powder.
stirring their glasses, at least in the song they do when they sing weird Fizzy Pop Boys. They are stirring glasses.
What a weird translation, but yeah, it's fairly accurate. Fizzy Pop Boys. But yeah, they had.
That's our new name.
Fizzy Pop Boys.
We're not
Fizzy
Tipsy
Pop
Wednesday
Wednesday.
anymore. We're the Fizzy Pop Boys.
I vote no.
And with that bombshell.
Yeah, with that fucking bombshell, we're closing in on an hour. So yeah,
This is the Fizzy Pop.
Junior, take it away.
This is the Fizzy Pop Boys signing out. If you enjoy what you're listening to, remember to click in the link below. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like. Hit the give us money button. It's all down in the comments below. And with that, I say good evening.
Goodbye.
Adios.